Okay, well today we're going to deal with this dry scalp and use expired makeup because you know your girl loves her expired makeup. What's that sound? Oh, I thought it was a phone ringing, but no, it's the neighbors' wind chimes. It is super windy here today, which means my allergies are going to go crazy. Super windy here, and it's February, so you know that means it's warm outside. It is warm outside, and think like a week ago we had literally a foot of snow on the ground, which is crazy. Has anybody else been like super dry this season? You know, it's funny, all last fall I had like crazy ass ear issues, and then so I was getting my hair washed at a Paul Mitchell salon slash school, right? Because if I was doing my hair and I was taking well, showers were bothering me, but if I was washing my own hair, a lot of water was getting in my ears, right? And it was a lot better for me to go have my hair washed. So I was going to the Paul Mitchell school, and they would wash my hair for me, and my scalp was dry then, okay? Dry as hell then. So then does yours do this too? So they recommended to me, of course, you know, the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree shampoo and conditioner. So I was like, yeah, sure, you know, we'll start using that because it's affordable. You know, I mean, everything costs money these days, but it's affordable for what it is. And so I started using it, and I swear my scalp has never been as dry as this season when I have been using that shampoo and conditioner. Like, I like Paul Mitchell products, like they're fine. There are other products that I kind of prefer or work just as well, like as far as hair, like serums and stuff, like finishing products. But like, wow, my scalp. And you know, everybody's like, oh, drink more water, like, you know, it has to do with hydration, right? Well, let me tell you, I mean, I drink electrolyte water, I drink regular water, like, I don't even drink like seltzer water anymore because I don't even think that cuts it. But I drink a lot because I have to. I have like other things going on that makes me have to. Nah, dude, it's the shampoo. Like, it is the shampoo. So that has been the tea on my scalp, if you want to even call it that. Oh my goodness. Like, it's been a journey, but we'll get through it. What else has been going on? Ugh. Yesterday I felt like crap. What did I have for lunch? Oh, I have the chats on. Yay! Today I've been a bad girl. I've been really busy today. I've been working on a website, actually. And I've only had Fig Newtons today. I've only had Fig Newtons. I haven't had anything proper for lunch, and I need to go grocery shopping. So, it's bad. And they are good. Probably not the healthiest thing, but not the worst thing either. You know, it could be worse. Absolutely. You can just eat the whole box. It's true. And then a caffeinated drink. It's like so bad. But, you know, I mean, do you ever like get in the zone with a project and you look up and it's like an hour later, and then you look up again and it's like an hour later? Like that's how it's been today with me. Most definitely. So I have like the craziest story. So was it yesterday? No, it was the day before, because yesterday I felt terrible from it. The day before, I got a pedicure. I went and I got a pedicure. And I haven't gotten one in like over a year. So I treated myself to a pedicure, and what am I looking for? Yeah, we'll use this one. And a lot of those pedicure chairs, they usually have like a massage chair built in, right? And so I use the massage chair. And I, this is so weird. So I try and use like the pedicure opportunity to like relax, as everybody does. And I also like haven't had a massage in forever. Like I'm just not that person. I don't treat myself to pedicures. I don't go get massages. Like I don't know how to relax. So I'm in that chair and it's uncomfortable, right? And I just kind of like let it go. Thank you. And I let it go and I kind of adjust and whatever. Well, I go home for the night. Like I go, I have dinner, I come home, and I lay down at the end of the night, to go to bed, and I'm like, damn, my back really hurts. Like I feel like I have a bunch of lumps in my back. Like that's how it feels. And again, I'm just like, whatever. It's probably from the massage chair. I've heard people say that, sometimes you're sore after a massage, whatever. I wake up yesterday morning and I look at my back in the mirror and there's bruises. I actually had bruises on my rib cage from the massage chair. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's not even from a good massage, like a real massage. I have bruises on my back from a massage chair at a pedicure place. Like what in the world? So I felt dumpy yesterday. Like I felt like crap yesterday. And I think it even like triggered a migraine because I had a migraine too. And so yesterday I just got nothing done. Nothing done at all. Well, I mean, I got a few things done, like computer stuff, sitting down and, whatever. I took care of my dogs and everything. But, like, those days where you're just like, forget it, like, I'm just not even going to try. It was that kind of ache that you feel like when you have the flu, like that kind of thing. Because who gets bruised on their back? Like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a new sensation, and I just kind of let the day be thrown away. So it was just so bizarre to me. So bizarre that I'm like telling the story because it's just weird. But that was my day yesterday. And it's like, oh, poor me. It is okay to relax. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we have to give ourselves that grace. I know why it's hard for me to relax. I worked a very stressful job for a long time. I was even talking with somebody the other day about how I used to have a lot of nightmares. And I don't have nightmares nearly as much anymore. I can't remember when I had the last one. Those nightmares would wake me out of sleep, and I worked with law enforcement, like really closely with law enforcement. Ooh, eyelash. And so I would have dreams where like I wouldn't get to my weapon on time, or like not on time, but like I I wouldn't get to my weapon fast enough, or like I would find like deceased things and just kind of generalized things like that. And it was bad. And I was just kind of like in this, yeah, because you're in a constant state of like being vigilant, and that constant state of having to be vigilant does more of a number on you than you realize. So it can be very tough. And because even when you have time off, it's almost like you're still thinking about it and you don't know how to relax. Like you don't know how to, yeah, bingo. It took me months to decompress. Like once I stepped away from that job, I noticed like my back finally would crack and like my neck finally would crack, and I would wake up and like adjust and my shoulders would crack, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my bones crack? Like that's a real thing? You know, it was like my whole body was finally beginning to adjust itself too. It's just weird. It's weird how our bodies react to things. So, yeah, I feel ya. I couldn't imagine doing a job in a mine. Like, I get stressed out watching that stuff. I get stressed out watching, like, videos of surfers. Like, you know, I can't imagine doing your job. That's amazing. You know, but we do what we have to do. Like, that's, man, prayers for you. That's awesome. But anyway, what else is going on? Forgot to put the recycling out today, and it's recycling day, so I have to wait another 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I'm so ready for spring. I know that like the seasons are different for some of you, you know, than where I am. But here the weather is just so topsy-turvy. So I'm in the state of Virginia in the United States. And here our weather is just, it is all over the place. So we had about a foot of snow on the ground a week ago, and today it's about 70 degrees. And that's just how it is where we are. It is just crazy here all the time. Sometimes it will be freezing, like literally below 32 degrees in the winter, and sometimes it's pretty mild. Yes, I watched that storm, the record snowfall. That is like so cool. But you all have a pretty consistent balmy thing going on. I know, you guys, Florida, it was like the whole Gulf, like rim. Alright, we're gonna use the Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette today. So this is kind of an old one. All mattes, we're gonna see how this goes. I think I've used it before. her really old Anastasia. Actually, I think it was still the Dominique Glow. My new job. I don't have a new job actually, but I am gonna do some pictures today, so that's why I'm putting on makeup. But I'm using the really old Aurora today. I was trying to find another highlighting palette, but this one is like just as old and just as expired and just as gnarly probably. So we're gonna use that today. Sometimes you just gotta put on makeup, you know? So that's what I'm doing. All right. So let's start with the windshield wiper motions. I'm gonna just start with this color. So my family is, not my family, but like my sister and her immediate family, like her kids, her husband, and her kids are older, but like they're going to Las Vegas this weekend. So like her husband and her son's like 23, 24. They are amateur pool players, like billiards players. They're really good. And they play in tournaments locally and regionally. And so they are in Vegas for like a national thing, and I'm so jealous. Like, I'm so jealous. I want to be there so bad. I've never been to Vegas. I really was, around Christmas, I was planning on going with them. And because I figured I'd have the funds and like to go, but like right now it doesn't make sense financially for me to go. Like, I could swing it, but you know, like it just wouldn't be responsible, I guess, you know, for me to go. And I just traveled recently to Florida, you know what I mean? So I'm so jealous because they're like, they're not really gambling, they're more doing like, they're gonna take a day trip to the Grand Canyon and like do things like that. And then they're gonna visit some of our family in Texas and do some of the more touristy stuff that we've never done around like the Fort Worth area. I'm so jealous. But again, like I've never been to Vegas. And it's not that I want to gamble. I have been to a casino. I went to a casino in California one time. And I gave myself like a $100 limit. And I think I walked out of there with like $2 or maybe like $0. That's probably like exactly what's happened to everybody. But it was fun. I like the nickel slots and stuff, but I really wanted to like pull the handle, you know, but they don't have those anymore. Everything's on those like a credit card type of thing, like the swipe card. You don't actually get like a bucket of coins. You don't get a bucket of coins and, you know, get to just keep feeding the machine quarters. So that's kind of like no fun. I may be like the last generation. Yeah. You know, we may be the last generation who remembers that stuff. My sister is, I don't want to like age her and be like, oh, she's a lot older than me, but she's enough older than me that like she's been to Vegas before. So I remember when I was younger and she had like just turned like 21 and they went and she came back with like, you know, the novelty buckets and stuff and talked about like how she felt like she won so much money because all of a sudden the machine was like pouring out quarters. And she was like, oh my gosh, but really it was only like $100. And she had to go up to the counter to like cash it all in. Yeah. And and I don't know, something about like hauling buckets of change just like thrills me. and would make me feel like so rich. And I think I just want to do it 90s style because, okay, so who else here has seen National Lampoon's Vegas? What is it called? Like Vegas Vacation or whatever? With Chevy Chase and all them, and they go and like the son gets the fake ID and he's like, my name's Nick Papagiorgio or whatever, you know, he gets the fake ID and then they end up like all winning cars, you know? Like, I think that movie inspires all of us from a generation to just, you know, want to go and try our hand at the quarters and the cars. And I want to wear like a long fancy dress. Yes, it is mainstream pop culture, especially if you're a certain age. I think if you're at another certain age, maybe like it's more like maybe the Playboy thing, like the Holly Madison shows, like the shows, like, you know, when Britney Spears had her residency and, you know, not so much the Siegfried and Roy, but like, I don't know, like the show thing and the hotel thing and the restaurants and stuff. But for me, I'm like, I want to wear a long sparkly red dress and, you know, meet high rollers and I don't know. I think it really is all like a generational thing. But at the same time, I know I can only take so much because I actually don't even drink. And I've heard that it's a lot of smoke as well. None of these are what I want. Like you could smoke anywhere, and I could be wrong. You know, laws are changing everywhere, so I could be wrong about that. But I don't care for cigarette smoke, but I also just don't drink alcohol. So I haven't drank for about 2 years. I get migraine headaches anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter if I drink, I'm still pretty much hungover in the morning. And so the nightlife is just kind of like meh. So like I said, I'm real jealous because they're doing the Grand Canyon and then like some other stuff like that. And that sounds great. And you know, my family's like in a tournament. There's that aspect too. All right, what do we want to do? I think we want to darken this up a little bit. Try this cinnamon and see how that goes. Of course. Let's try going a little lighter. Ah! My hand can't stay still. It's okay, we'll fix it. Oh, what else? What else? Sunday I'm going out with an old friend. We'll probably eat at the ocean front of Virginia Beach. And that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun because I'm gonna probably wear some clothes that I bought that I haven't had a chance to wear. Is anyone else like that? Like, oh, I can't wait to just wear my outfit. Like, that's their first thought. Like, more than, oh, I can't wait to see that person. Oh, the food's gonna be so good. Oh, I can't wait to wear this outfit. Not that I'm not excited about spending time with my friend or the restaurant. I'm just like so that into clothes that like, oh, awesome, I get to wear my such and such. So thanks for that compliment. I think I just love my clothes, love fashion. Oh, I screwed that up. Hey, I don't claim to be great at makeup, okay? I don't claim to have a surgeon's hand. I sound like drunk uncle on SNL. He says that stuff like, I don't know, I can't even do it. Like, go get, the kids want their Xbox on their Wi-Fi, or I don't even know, I can't do it. Drunk uncle. That, oh my gosh, did anybody like watch the concert and see the special? It was so good. I wish I could do Drunk Uncle justice. Like, that's my mom's favorite for some reason. I love Drunk Uncle. And my mom like doesn't cuss or like any sort of like sex or vulgarity, but she's like, I love Drunk Uncle. Oh my gosh, the special was so good. It was so funny. It was good seeing everybody too. So funny. I found some Drunk Uncle fabric at Joann Fabric. They have like a whole line of Saturday Night Live fabric. It's crazy. And a lot of it was on clearance. And maybe that's because they're going bankrupt. Or not bankrupt. That's, you know what I mean. They're, well, maybe it is bankrupt. All the Joann fabrics are closing, which is so weird to me. But I guess it shouldn't be because, I mean, where isn't at this point, you know? Okay. I mean, yeah, where isn't closing? Years and years ago on Black Friday, we tell this story like every year. On Black Friday, do you remember like on Black Friday or like, you know, Thanksgiving night going out with like the women in your family and like going out, you know, at like 10, 11 midnight and standing in lines just to get, you know, like the free whatever with purchase or, you know, the $100 off the TV or, you know, whatever. Well, one night I was out with my sister and my cousin and we passed by a Joann's and there was like 3 or 4 men out waiting outside the Joann's, and I was like, okay, we have to stop. What is this about? And we asked them, we were like, what are y'all in line for? What are you waiting for? You know? And they were like, oh, the Cricut 2 cutter machine or whatever, like whatever Cricut it was. They were all getting it for their wives for Christmas. It was so good. It was so funny. I'll never forget that. We tell that story like every year. Okay, I think the eyes are tortured enough. All right, let's put some sparkle on that, shall we? What are we gonna use? Let's use the sparkle from this one. I think there is one. Yep, perfect. Yeah, that was great. Ooh, too much. That is gonna flake right off. Black Friday. Shopping just isn't what it used to be, but it's not like I'm not the problem either. You know, like the other day, for example, it was like, you know, we're out of Advil, and I didn't want to leave the house, so I ordered it on Amazon. Like, we all do it. We all freaking order on Amazon. And I hate Amazon, and I'm always like, I'm gonna cancel the Prime, and I never cancel the Prime because every time I need dog food or, you know, whatever, Amazon's there for me. So I ordered paper towels and toilet paper and, you know, whatever from Amazon. And Granted, I still go to the grocery store. I do. I don't even shop in the grocery store anymore. I have them shop and I like pick up my groceries. And clothes, it's kind of like the same thing. I know my measurements and I order them online. Although if I am going to buy something in person, it's TJ Maxx. I left this powder on too long. But I hate it because then I'm like, okay, when I want to go into a department store, there's like no department stores and then I complain. But I'm part of the problem, you know? But I feel like it's all going to come around again. Because the cycle can't last forever, you know? Like consumers have to try things on. Consumers have to have stores with things in front of them, things to like touch and feel, and be able to buy quicker even than something can be shipped. So I do think things are going to come around again. It's going to be a novelty again. Kind of like the way, you know, like for a couple years, short form content was the thing, right? Everybody loves short form content, and they still do, absolutely. But now long form content is coming back around again, and it's because, you know, the novelty kind of ran out. And I think that there's always a new like generation. Like I say this all the time, and I heard it when I was a kid even, that like every year there's a new generation, you know, there's a new crop of teenagers who discover their dad's Dark Side of the Moon album. That isn't so true anymore, you know, because we don't literally go through our parents' records anymore or tapes anymore. But to me, it's kind of the same thing. All right. Let's switch it up today and do blush first. But speaking of TJ Maxx, I found this at TJ Maxx and I'm stoked that I did. It is the shade Foxglove, and I wanted this KVD blush when it was new. And there's a lot already on this blush, or this brush, so I'm gonna try and just like pat it out. But I love this blush. But yeah, I think it's all gonna come around again. And even those stores are like closing left and right. I mean, there still have to be stores, and they may not be in the form of the like classic department store, but there just have to be stores. So that's my opinion. You know where I've never been is like Crumble Cookie. I've never been to a Crumble Cookie or like some of these other fad places. But I've heard terrible things about Crumble Cookie, how like they use, I don't know, like cake mix or something in their batter. I don't know. See, I love this blush. It's just so, I don't know, it's just so perfect. Like it's my cheeks look better. Does that make sense? And you can build it, and it's just, I don't know, I just love it. Because I'm not afraid to wear a dark blush, like darker than this, or like a bright blush, because there's so much pink in my complexion anyway. But this one it's just so perfect. Yeah, Crumble Cookie. I too make cookies out of cake mix. Actually, I have, and it's not that bad. But It's not my favorite, but it's not that bad. Where the heck is my bronzer? I do this all the time. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to use this Charlotte Tilbury Compact. It's good. What can I say? It's good. It's always here, and it's like my good stuff, and I really should probably use old stuff if I'm just going to be in the house. I have plenty of old bronzers. That's my makeup item holy grail. Not holy grail. What do you call it? Like the thing that I'm always trying to find. Like the best of, the better product, you know? Like it used to be concealer, but like I think everybody has that product. Like they're always trying to find a great foundation or a great highlighter or a great whatever. But bronzer is mine. I am always trying to find like the best bronzer, a better bronzer, one that's not orange, da 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 da. Like that is always my thing. Like the new bronzer is gonna intrigue me into buying it. Like that's my product. Remember when eyeshadow palettes were it? That was like, oh, it's a new palette. Oh my god. And that's why that totally triggered my dog. Ooh, that's a line. Oh, my neck is so red. What the hell happened? I must have scratched it. Yeah. It's totally bronzers for me. And I don't know why. But yeah, eyeshadow palettes. And like I have so many, and I used to not want to touch anything. I mean, I think a lot of us were like that with makeup. Remember? Like, remember that? But it's 2025 now. It's 2025 now, and I'm looking at my stuff. I mean, this freaking Aurora palette, okay? I'm about to use it. When the fuck did that come out? Is there a date on this? I mean, sorry to cuss, but like, I don't see a date on this. I do see the 12-month expiration symbol, you know, but I want to say that's like 2018, maybe. Somebody comment if they know the year that came out. Like, and I feel like that's yesterday. And the majority of my makeup, I mean, obviously not this, although this is old, but, and my foundations and stuff, they're all from then. And I'm like, I just got that. I just got that. It's fine to use. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and do this. But like, why do I feel like a muddy mess? I think we need to brighten up down here. But like, I think we're all secretly using our old ass makeup. I think we are. I hope so anyway, because at least our old ass powders, you know. But yeah, in makeup time, I'm like, wait a minute, it's like 2018. It's 2020. I mean, I remember like during the pandemic, I think I bought a couple things. One thing I really remember buying, like the one thing I remember being like, I know I shouldn't buy this because I'm not going anywhere, was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette. That is what I really remember buying in 2020 because it went like half off, and it never really had its moment. Like that was back when ABH was still doing the like the big releases, and like their palettes really had their moments, like Jackie Aina and the Riviera, but I'm missing the name of the other one. And they all really had their moments, but like Carly Bibles really didn't have her moment. And I was really upset about that because I thought it was such a pretty palette, and then it went half off, and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy it, even though this is an expense I don't need to buy it at all. And I did. And I still really haven't used it, of course. I'm gonna try a brush with this because why not? What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? I'm just gonna use an eye brush. We'll see. All right, let's use Eclipse. Let's use Eclipse, and it's gonna be this like yellowy thing right here. We're gonna ruin our makeup with Eclipse, and I only say that because it's too dark for me. So let's see how we do with a brush. Weird. The only thing about ABH highlighters, the ones that came in these palettes, they were like thick. To me, they're gritty. I missed out on like the Amrezy, and then they have that new highlighter, which I'm not gonna spend money on that. I'm sure it's great, but I just don't. I have all this, you know, like I don't need it. But these are so gritty. I mean, I don't even know if this brush is like doing anything. So yeah, I mean they're smooth, but there's like a true glitter to these. But again, that's like what was in back then. I can't even like see this. It's just like glitter. Oh, you can see it on camera. But in my kitchen, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one. Maybe it is just older. Let's try Luna. That is white. That is white! We'll stick with the other color. Oof! Yeah, that needs to blend in. Or just puff away forever. Pooh! I don't know. Not a great makeup day, but that's okay. We don't always need the best. We don't always need 5 stars, right? We don't always need 100% in our lives. The bad makes us realize the good. Oh my gosh. It's like it fell on my cheek. Oh, golly day. Were these that bad, or am I using expired products? Y'all are like, bitch, you're using expired products. It's so funny. Alright. Use a little mascara. I don't want to use mascara. I hate mascara. What are y'all's favorite products? Like, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara because I have probably like 3 more tubes of this. A while ago I bought an entire set because it was like on mad clearance. Pull this closer. It was on really good clearance, like, we get along. I mean, it's fine. At the time, my niece was using it too. And so I kind of just like split it with her, pack. But a lot of people, like, they love, they hate this mascara. I always forget to curl my lashes, so mascara is like pointless. I should get into drugstore mascara. I do like the that telescopic from Mascara Gate. Mascara Gate. Anybody watch Tati anymore? Or ever? Like, did anybody watch Tati? I did, on the regular. And now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, she put out a video recently that was like, I am okay, or am I okay, or something like that. And I think I thought about watching and I didn't watch. You know. Alright, I'm gonna do my regular nude lip. And we'll be out of here. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm gonna continue to work on a website today. And probably cook dinner. I should do that. And I don't know. Probably have to take allergy meds at some point. Yeah, no. What are there any good shows that I should be watching? That's a real question. Comment, please. Tell me what I should be watching. Because I keep hearing like Silo, and I quit Silo at one point in the newest season because something happened. Okay, a character died, and I was like, no, I don't like where this is going. I really wanted that character to live and maybe even go to the other silo, but they killed her off. And I just don't know what I need a show. I need a show. So tell me what I should be watching. Okay. I need a show. All right, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around for, gosh, 50 minutes. And hope you have a great Wednesday. I'll see you next time.